So part one talks about our goals. What are your current goals for trading overall and your current goals for each specific strategy? You want to consider your daily, your weekly, and your monthly goals. So potentially, maybe let's back into it. So if you have a monthly goal of $1,000 a month, that means you want to make $250 a week, which means you want to make at least or an average of $50 a day. If you're trading a weekly strategy, then your weekly strategy then needs to get you to 250. That's going to help encourage, and this is what's going to inform what strategies you use potentially, how many of that you use. If you're using covered calls and the covered call strategy is going to net you $20 per week, then you've got to either do 12 contracts of that, or you've got to supplement it with something. If you're looking for 250 a week, your 250 a week has to be mirrored with a strategy that will get you to 250. All right. So there's strategy that we can use. Covered calls may or may not be one that'll get you there. You may be an SPX on a weekly basis that may get you to 250 a week, right? Or you may have to adjust the goals down to something you want to make them sure that your goals are realistic. Yes, would we like to make 250 a week? Of course. But how much you make per week in your goals and how much you generate in your premiums is going to depend on how much buying power and capital that you have to leverage for this, right? So if you have $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000, you should expect a 10% return for that on a weekly basis. So if you have $1,000 to trade with a week, it may be more reasonable to expect $100, a 10% goal, 5 to 10% a week. Okay, so let's be realistic with these goals. We want 250 a week, but if we're not able to put up more than 500 a week, we either got to be very aggressive to get to 250 a week, or we've got to pick some strategies that will provide that for us. That makes sense? So back into your goals from the monthly, the weekly, the daily. Okay, back into them, and be realistic with that. You know what your situation is. Everybody has their own situations. Risk management. The questions are, what dollar amount are you okay with losing? What dollar amount causes you to be emotionally upset? Okay, one of the reasons why I had to quit fooling up with SPX on Fridays is that if it didn't go well, which a lot of times it didn't go well on Fridays, my weekend, I will be thinking about it over the weekend. Weekend all over with, the week's all over with. I'm still through the course of the weekend thinking about what went right or wrong on Friday. I have too many things that I have to keep my mind on. I can't be thinking about something that happened in the past. So I had to manage. How do I manage that? It's that maybe I don't do as much trading on Fridays. So you think about this per trade, per day, or per week. Set an amount for you, which if losing $50 per trade is your amount, then you've got to trade accordingly. If you have a $50 per day or $100 per day that is your loss place where you're bothered, then you got to set and trade accordingly. Or if you have a weekly goal, you have to have a weekly amount that is, your risk management place. These amounts help you set your stop losses. This is what helps you inform your stop losses on your trades. Okay, optimal physical and mental trading environments. If you know you don't trade well distracted, then does not trade distracted. What physical, mental environment should you not trade in? If you know you've got about 15 minutes to jump into a trade, but the rest of the day your brain is going to be on something else, then don't do that. If I know I have a task I have to get accomplished by the end of the day, then I can't divide my focus into worried about what this chart is doing. So there are times I may not trade. Like on Tuesday afternoons, I know I'm going to have a meeting with my government contracting consultant. I know I'm going to talk with him from at least 2:30 to 3:30, and generally sometimes a little longer. So I kind of prepare what I'm talking about to him before I go. And I know that the time I'm talking with him, I want to be focused on what we're talking about, because he definitely makes me think bigger, and my brain I have to use all my brain power when I'm talking with him. So, and I know after I'm done talking with him, I cannot immediately jump back into the trading environment because my mind is still on the things we talked about. So because I know that, I don't generally trade stuff on Tuesday afternoon. That's a life situation that happens for me. I know this. Wednesdays, I'm prepping for our weekly talk with the live coaching people. I'm getting my mindset on how I'm going to convey the information I need to teach for them on Wednesday. So a lot of times my brain is not on trading on Wednesdays either. Okay, so I'm giving you examples from my life so that way you can think about the things that may be in your life. They'll help inform you on when you should and shouldn't trade. What are the things that help you set your environment? Watch out for FOMO, getting in too early, not looking at a chart, not having a stop loss, thinking it's going to come back. Revenge trading, taking on too large of a position, right? Position sizing is important too. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the specific strategies. You're choosing the strategy or strategies that align with your goals, your risk tolerance, and your life circumstances and situations. Yeah, I know some people we have on here are taking care of other people. If you're a nurse, or I know Miss Marcia Watch Out takes care of her mom, you have to trade the strategies that fit into your life. I was talking about Cynthia managing children in the afternoon, and everybody's got something, so many of us have 9-to-5 jobs, or you're doing however your trading is fitting into your life. Make sure that you pick strategies that fit your life and your own situation. And your situations may change. Like when I was on spring break, I had a little more time to trade, but I actually traded less during spring break because I was busy doing other things. I was busy kind of getting the big tasks, the big chunks done that I had put off during my teaching times because I never had time to devote to them. So I thought I was going to be trading more. I actually ended up trading less. Summertime is coming, so I got to keep that in mind too. What is your current situation, circumstance, your risk tolerance, and your goal? We got covered calls, cash secure puts, credit spreads on other stocks, and credit spreads on SPX. Because I put these separate, because there's a different mentality. It's a different mentality that goes with trading credit spreads on, Amazon or SoFi or whosoever than there is on trading credit spreads on SPX. It just is. It just is. Real quick, I just wanted to come on. This is Arlissa, Educator to Trader. Wanted to come on and tell you and ask you, I guess, to like and subscribe to the channel. If you like the content that I create and I'm, posting regularly, then go ahead and subscribe. That way you won't miss anything and you can be a part of all that we're doing here. I'm a coach to sellers. I'm an option sellers coach. If that's a vein that you don't know anything about or you want to know more about, then go ahead, subscribe, and check us out all the time. All right. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.